Damn, dude!
What up, everybody? What is good? Welcome to the Damn Dude podcast.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
This is season 2, episode 20 motherfucking 6. Welcome, you guys. Welcome. Like I said, this is the Damn Dude podcast. This is where we have the conversations that need to be had in a way that'll make you think and say, damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Really some stuff to help expand the brain, the mind, the way we think. I'm really here to just share and shift and provide perspective, because the more perspectives that we have access to, the doper that our life is able to be. Because the more context and the more perspectives that we can have about things and different opinions, the better off we are as human beings, because we can be more relatable, more understanding, and more appreciative. Yeah, I mean? So, I am your host, California Cal. I'm not one of those Californians. I'm the first, I just realized I'm like the first person I've heard say that, like one of those Californians. And I think everybody already gets what it means when that is said. Because it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, well, we get it. So, I sound a little funky today. I got a stuffy nose, runny nose, kind of. The weather keeps changing, and when that happens, it just slams my face and my allergies and stuff, so I sound crazy. I really don't think I'm sick. I don't feel sick. It's just the, like, puffy eyes and, like, runny nose and stuffy nose kind of all at the same time. So, if you hear me sound like a, yes, or no, like, what's the hunter, then that's why. So, excuse me. I am your host, like I said, California Cal, not one of those Californians. And, I'm here to help us, and this show's here to help educate, entertain, and impact. So, hope you guys are comfy. We got a rainy day in San Diego. That's why work got canceled for me. I'm recording a little bit later than usual today. And we're going to get into a couple different things. We're going to talk about what we got into this weekend, some cool shit. Had some family in town. Cousin from Wisconsin came in. We went and did all sorts of cool shit. We're going to get into this whole Will Smith slapping Chris Rock thing. I don't really, get into... Like, what do you...
Calvin.
Whoa. Sorry, I did not mean to press that. I was wiping bugs off the table. Like I said, there's like been ants crawling all over my shit lately. And it's been driving me crazy. So, this whole Will Smith thing and slapping Chris Rock, we don't really get into like news or trendy shit or celebrity things very often. But if it's something I'm actually like entertained or I see causes a big impact or sets an example for something and it really matters, then we'll get into it. Hold on. Excuse me. All right. Well, I usually sneeze in threes. So, like I said, I apologize for sounding all gross and boogery on the microphone. I'm not putting boogers on the microphone. I just sound like I am. So, and I cover my mouth when I sneeze. For those of you guys on the audio only. For those of you when you watch this on video, you'll be like, yes, he did. So, there's a lot of different angles to this thing. And like I said, we don't really get into the whole celebrity shit much or like popular topics so we can be trending or this or that. Like, we don't really care about that. There's shows to keep it real as fuck, you know? So, like I said, episode 26. That makes 126 episodes. And over this weekend, holy moly, man. My cousin, what up? We call him Jeff. His name's Casey. But also my name and my brother's name is Jeff as well. It's just kind of like an inside joke we had. We just all got named Jeff. And... excuse me, shit. Damn. This is fucking me up, dude. Like, it literally was like in the 80s and 90s over these last couple of days, and then all of a sudden it dropped down to like 40s, 50s, 60s. So, excuse me. Jeez. You'd think this should be an episode we should edit up and stuff, but like I said, we always keep it real, no edits. We just keep going. With the exception of the one time in one of those episodes, I said the name of a gang when I shouldn't have said it, and I just put a bleep over it or a space in the part where I said the word. So I had family in town. My cousin from Wisconsin, Jeff. His name's not actually Jeff. His name's Casey. But Casey came out. Yeah, one of my cousins from Wisconsin. He's fucking cool as fuck. He's into all sorts of cool activities that we're into, you know. He likes hunting, fucking motorcycles, jet skis, boats, fishing, just what, you name it. Like, there's nothing you can really, like, throw at him and he's not going to understand or, like, be able to appreciate. You know what I'm saying? So, just super kickback sort of dude. He's fucking cool as shit. And, so he came out, he was able to just fly and stuff. Fucking ants, you fucker. That's what I was trying to get. Sorry, I got him. Man, you guys, this is a sloppy ass beginning to this podcast. I apologize. If you're new, you probably tune the fuck out. You're like, man, this guy don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's just gonna keep saying weird shit with the stuff he knows. I will say, I did smoke. I'm fucking blazed right now. So that's probably why I'm just also all over the place. You know, I used to always smoke on the show, and I kind of stopped. And then sometimes, you know, yeah, so I guess it's kind of random, but these days I usually don't too much anymore. I'll just wait till the end of the night to smoke. But my whole work day got canceled. I dropped my kid off, so I'm fucking chilling, dude. All my phone calls and texts are caught up on, so I'm chilling for the moment. So as we were saying, cousin came into town. It was cool as fuck. We were just fucking took him around, got him some bomb Mexican food. We went to the Friendly. Ooh.
Damn, dude.
The Friendly, dude. Oh my gosh. On 30th, you guys have to go to the Friendly on 30th. It's just the best food. Like, it's the best fucking burger, dude. It's so bomb. There's a few others that are up there. Ron Bomb burgers are fucking fire. But Friendly, it just kind of captured my heart. It's the only different, or the only reason that they get the nod for me is because of the onions. I like how the onions are chopped. As we're with the Ron Bomb burger, it's like they're kind of like stringy onions, kind of. They're bomb. It's absolutely fire. Don't get me wrong. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny little preference thing. Both bomb as fuck. But we went there. I took him there. We got some fucking burgers. It was absolutely fire, and it was cool because I got to take my son Royal around with, you know, my cousin Casey. I keep wanting to say Jeff. And my brother and my mom and my dad and just whoever else, right? Some of my brother's friends, and, you know. So it was cool because Royal just got to experience like a lot of that like uncle sort of like vibe, tough big cousin sort of vibe and love over these past couple of days, and he just was eating it up, man. Like, he absolutely loved it. Like wrestling, getting picked up, tossed around, like just the whole thing, you know what I mean? Like just that uncle-y sort of vibe. I'm sure you guys all have your own version where it's like your uncle has a whatever and you're just like amazed by it because, I don't know, your uncles are just so cool. You know what I'm saying? This isn't the case for everybody, but I'm saying for those who have a cool version of it, it's like, fuck yeah, like that uncle vibe where it's like, man, my uncle's sick as fuck. You know, like, oh, my uncle has one of these or my uncle has one of those. Like, or like, oh, my uncle could beat anybody up. Like that sort of vibe, you know what I mean? So he got to have that, which was really cool. And it was just dope because it's like, my kid Royal, he's like fucking Mowgli, dude, from the Jungle Book. Like, he's just an animal man. Like, like he literally, like, he went fishing this weekend. Like, he got to hold the fishing pole and like reel it in, and he got to cast and all that. It was cool. We went and fed some ducks. He went and got to play with like some crabs and stuff. He got to play with the cat. He got to, oh, and then the sickest shit ever, dude. He's so fucking crazy. So he goes and at my mom's house, so grandma for him, they have 3 big ass fucking dogs. I think they're all German Shepherds. Excuse me. And one of them's a service dog. And he's just like the like doughiest, like he's kind of like, he just jumps at his own shadow all day. And he's just kind of like doofy. But when he gets into like service mode, he's just like dead ass serious. And he like, doom, like, it's amazing, right? Like full service, like police service. I'm saying, oh, he was a failed police dog because he would jump at his own shadows and start playing, and he wouldn't like he takes it serious, but there was just like he just barely failed. Like he was just too like lovey, and so he's just this fucking gigantic, terrifying looking creature, dude. Like so fucking scary looking, but he's such a sweetheart. Like he's just so sweet. So there's the big one. He's a big furry ass one. Then there's the other one who's like medium sized, where she's like sleek looking, like one of those types of German Shepherds. The other one I was just talking about, the service dog, is like super furry and stuff. And then the other one is like the baby and is like, I don't know, like the thin haired kind of dog. Also, I don't know my dogs very well, but anyway. Royal goes and he's in the backyard running with these 3 gigantic dogs, and he's just like, ah, and they're all like, they have their established pack because these dogs live together. So he's running around in them, and like the youngest dog, excuse me, I'm like, oh, hiccupy, excuse me. So the youngest dog starts kind of like going like, roof, roof, and kind of like poking at Royal, kind of like pushing him with his paw, or kind of like not snapping, but like nipping at the corner of his t-shirt, you know, like playfully. And then one of the times Royal kind of got like spooked. It wasn't like a big deal. It just kind of like went like, whoa. And then the big dog, the big furry one, that was the service police dog, fucking comes and tackles the other one like some shit out of Lion King. And the dog's just like slides across the fucking dirt in the backyard. I was like, oh, snap. And then he freaking just pins him down. And it's just like, grr, and puts the meanest fucking face on him. And it was just like, wasn't trying to attack the dog. It was just like, yo, you do not fuck with the baby. So like every time the little dog would come close, the big dog would come run up and be like, what's up, homie? And then like Royal would just crack up. And then they all just started chasing each other. So like, Royal was chasing the little dog. It got to the point where like Royal started chasing the little dog, and the little dog would run because it started to know that every time it got close to the baby, it would get tackled by the big dog. So the big dog was chasing that dog, and then the other medium dog is like the head leader of all the dogs, and kind of just kicks back, was chasing the big ass dog just to make sure that it didn't go too far to hurt the little dog, which the little dog was just trying to not get hurt for playing with the baby. And then Royal's just chasing all of them in a row and like just cracking the fuck up. So it was like, it was just fucking hilarious, dude. He just kind of became their pack leader and became he just started orchestrating them dogs and like throwing shit and running around, and like, it was just so funny, dude. It was like the cutest, wildest shit ever. And literally, as I go to take my phone out to record video of it, my phone dies immediately. I was like, no. So I was like, you know what? It's just meant to be, where like, it's just meant to be me in the moment to appreciate it. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it was for, is to appreciate it in the moment. And I think that's something we need to remind ourselves when we have these little first world problems and inconveniences is that, like, oftentimes that's a sign, how I see it anyway. It's like a sign from the universe to be like, yo, this is just meant for you to appreciate in the moment. It's not for you to just share on the internet and whatever. You know, this isn't for clout. This is just for appreciating it for what it is in this very moment, you know? And I think in America, there's a lot of us who lose sight of that. And it's like, dude, so what? Oh, I couldn't get the perfect picture of the sunset. It's like, well, it's trying to just, that's the world trying to tell you, bro, just stop, just appreciate the sunset. Like there's so many times I've had to put my phone down or whatever just to appreciate the sunset because, like, the universe is just not letting me have it my way. You know, and what I equate is like, dude, that's when you got to just chill the fuck out and relinquish any force or anything to the world and then just appreciate and enjoy it for what it is, you know? Excuse me. So it's like another thing that's really fucking interesting, which kind of ties into this as well, is like we are, what the fuck, dude? These damn ants, man. These damn ass ants. These damn ass ants, man. Damn, it's driving me crazy. So what I was saying was, like, we're so weird in the way that we are grateful and ungrateful here with our first world problems. Like, when, like, I was just thinking about this. Because gas went from like $4 ish, and it just jumped up to like $6 like magically. You know, it's like some places were 3 something, places were like 4 something, and then magically shit just jumped to like $6-7, and we were all mad about paying like $3.50. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know, I get there's like a push and a pull to every side of thing and every movement, you know what I mean? But like, should we, so, you know what I'm saying? It's like, should we just stop and be appreciative that gas is only $6 right now? Or should we just be pissed off because it was $3 and now it's $6? Or do we fight and be like, no, it needs to stay $3? You know what I mean? It's like, what's the right amount of push and what's the right amount of pull to the situation to where it actually makes sense? So I think, I'm just thinking about this because I was looking at that. I'm like, this is really weird, you know? Like, I don't know how to feel about this. Like, I'm not necessarily pissed that it costs this much, but it pisses me off because there's times where I can't really afford gas. So then it's like there was times where I don't know, where I couldn't be able to afford to get places. And I know that there's a lot of people in that situation too. So it's like, I feel for them. And that's what pisses me off is like, dude, there's people who literally can't go pick up their kids. There's literally people who can't go take their kid to school. There's literally people who can't get to work because gas costs what it does and they only make what they make. You know what I mean? So, or it's like you're in a situation where it's like you can afford it, but you didn't get paid as much as you needed to get paid, and you need to wait 2-3 more days. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the majority of us are just like being out of work for a week away from being fucking completely broke. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's where it makes me upset. And at the same time, I'm like, well, no matter what I do, there's nothing I mean, maybe, but it's not really my life purpose to go fight for gas prices. You know what I mean? So that's why it's like, that's not really my fight to fight. So what position is best to take? Well, I think If you can afford gas, you should be appreciative for that.
Damn, dude.
Because otherwise it's like, what's the point of getting upset if you can afford gas? That means you're not grateful. Because what happens when and if gas hits $10 a gallon, $20 a gallon, $30, $40, $50 a gallon? You know what I'm saying? It's like, if that happens, then that means you spent your time being mad now, all the way up till then, even though there's nothing that you could do about it really, except control how you feel about the situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a trip because you can kind of see how ungrateful we are by how much we skip over. Like, we're not grateful we can afford gas. We're not grateful for the running water we have. We're not grateful for the fucking, it's like you're upset about dirty dishes, which means you're not grateful for the running water that you have. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, dude.
So it's like, if we can put a new lens on this and put a new perspective and context on it, then all of a sudden life starts kind of getting like magically better on its own. And I think that's the power and the magic and the work that gratitude does for us. You know what I mean? Because it's gratitude. It's like, dude, like looking back at this whole last couple months, I was like some of the toughest times of my life. And dude, I only got through that shit so like, for me and in comparison to old me, I got through it very smoothly and emotionally intelligently. And I have to credit gratitude for that. Because that's the only way that happened, dude, like, is gratitude. Gratitude for new attitude, you know what I mean? Sorry, I had to make sure the mic is on the right one. So, you know, it's like, if we think about that, like, we could be mad that stuff got expensive and is getting expensive. We could be mad that stuff is unfair, or we can be appreciative for the opportunity to even have that be an option. That doesn't mean we just get punked everywhere and you just give up and just accept every fucking negative thing that happens. No, you gotta fight for your shit. But knowing what fights to fight is important. You know what I mean? It's like, if I sit here and bitch about gas all day long, it's not doing anything. But if I go start collecting signatures and a petition and fucking, you know, letter to the mayor, or like whatever the fuck is required, I don't know. Like I said, that's not my purpose, but it's like, there's something that could be done if you really, really cared about it and you really want to do something about it. You know what I mean? So the way I see it is like, if you really don't care enough to go do something about it, then you probably shouldn't complain about it. You know what I mean?
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Because otherwise, like, what are you doing? Like, that's not being a tight human being. Like, that's just being kind of whack. That's being a lame. It's being a square. You know what I mean? Like, so we could be appreciative or we could be upset. And that's like I tell my son Nate all the time. I'm like, I've told him this for years. And I always ask him this when he talks to me about stuff. I'm like, okay, well, you have two options. I was like, in life, you always, always, always have two options. You always have two options in life. What are they? Well, I always tell him, you have two options in life. You can learn or be offended. And those are always two options that you have. So no matter how low you feel, no matter how angry you are, no matter how happy you are, no matter how exhilarated you are, no matter how whatever you are, remember that you always have two options in every scenario. And every action that you do leads to those two options. You can learn or be offended. So no matter what you do and what you see and what you interpret, you always have those two options, no matter how lonely you are, or no matter how much you're being ignored or feel this or that or whatever. You always have two options. So those two options are always with you. Sometimes it takes being offended in order to learn. So if that's what it takes, take the time to be offended so that way you can learn.
Damn, dude.
Be offended responsibly.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
What up, everybody? Welcome back. We just went to a smooth commercial for smooth criminals, for smooth listeners who like to listen to smooth jazz with their smooth peanut butter and their smooth tires on their smooth Cadillac while drinking smooth smoothies while... the fuck? Hi, everybody. Hello. What's your name? What the fuck, dude? Okay. Let's get down to business. So oh shit. Okay, I don't know. I'm being weird as fuck, dude. So anyways, tiddlywinks, holy ho. You know, just to kind of wrap up what I was saying, being grateful for the moment that we have, being grateful for right now is a powerful place to be able to come from.
Damn, dude.
Because if you can be present right here, right now, and you can snap into that, it's hard to do constantly, but it is something that is practicable and learnable, and it is a skill that's trainable. So some things that I do to accomplish that is meditation is a big one. Practicing gratitude, like meditation, practicing gratitude, those are like huge. So now I should say that I also include, I just realized this right now, and I should dissect this, or at least break this down for you guys just at least a little bit, is when I say meditation, like what's included in that is not just closing my eyes and scanning my body and breathing and all that shit, but it's also skateboarding, it's surfing, it's playing.
Damn, dude.
Like for me, it's playing. Like when you're just breathing and being in the moment, like that's kind of what you're doing. Like think about when you're playing, like kids playing, like playing outside, like running around and just, they're not even playing a game, they're just playing. Like you see kids who are like 2 to 3 years old running around on a playground, like they don't even know how to fully communicate yet. Like some of them do, but you know, like most of them can understand more than they speak at that point. And they're just running around and chasing each other, and there's not really any point or any game they're really playing, so to say, but they're just playing. They're just playing the game of playing. And I feel like when we can do that, that's like a version of meditation. So in my experience, I like to do a lot of different like board sports and shit on wheels. Like that's my favorite things probably. So motorcycles, surfing, BMX bikes, did I say skateboarding, snowboarding, dirt bikes, quads, off-roading, you know, trucks, shit like that, cars. I like all that sort of stuff. Excuse me. So when I can go and do that and I indulge in things that I consider playing and fun and freedom, and I do that, and I allow myself to have that time and that freedom in that space, it's serving myself. It's not just for the sake of escaping. It's like for the sake of enjoying and being in the moment, because that is something powerful that serves us. You know what I mean? Like when you see me surf, I could be surfing by myself or with my friends or with serious people or whatever. And you'll see me oftentimes on a fucking big foam surfboard, like a beginner ass surfboard. Because like, I just like to, I can ride it like beyond what how a beginner can ride it. Like I could ride the shit out of those wave storms. Those Costco surfboards, they don't sell wave storms anymore. They now have something different, but I can surf the shit out of one of those boards. Like I can turn it, carve it, fucking slash with it. Like I can mob with one of those things. It's honestly pretty cool. I have to give myself my props for that. But I can do headstands and stuff, and it's like when I'm out there on that board, I'm just fucking playing, dude. Like that's how I met like my homie Brian Wong, was like good old B-dubs. Shout out to you, homie. Brian's probably one of the only other people who's really 100% the best on a wave storm. Like I don't think there's anybody better than him that I know personally. Brian Wong, you can see and tell his swag from like a mile away when he's surfing. He's just so fucking cool looking. Like I can't even explain it. Like the way his hands are and his position, he just like, it's like he was just like built for it. Like it's just but I can kind of hang with them. So but it's just like you can tell, and it's like there's people who take themselves too seriously. I went through that phase before, and so did he. We've talked about it, you know. But at the same time, it's like, dude, you get serious about playing, and when you get serious about playing, you kind of become like this unfuckwithable person because you don't really give a shit. You're just playing anyways. Like for me, I don't really mind that much waiting in lines or something if there's like a wall and I can like climb up it or jump off it or like imagine stuff about it or like to me, like if I look at something in the distance, like if I see a building or like if I'm driving down the freeway, I used to do this when I was a kid, and there'd be like power lines, right? It'd be like, it's like, here's the pole, and then the line kind of droops down, and then it kind of goes back up, and then it kind of droops back down again as it's going for like miles, right? In my head as a kid, I would always picture like riding, like jumping a motorcycle over it, or like skateboarding, I would be grinding over it. And I still sit there and picture that stuff. Like there's been so many times I've looked across the street and seen the building, and like I'm imagining like the ridge of it just being like grinding a skateboard or jumping off or just different stuff, you know, different, like when I say jumping off, I mean like rappelling, like stuff I did in firefighter school, like shit like that. So I don't really get bored because I'm playing in my mind. Like I don't really get bored. It's very rare, you know, only sometimes. So, you know, to kind of like move to the next thing is gratitude is the way to go, man. Like I cannot stress it enough. If there's anything, if you're going through any hard times, if you're trying to succeed, if you're trying to do better in life to any capacity, practice gratitude. Do it right now. You know what I'm saying? Just stop and think of one thing and then think of two more things and just start with that. I do my best. I don't do this every single time, but I do my best to. I have alarms set every morning and every night at least. But before I fall asleep, I try to at least say 3 things I'm grateful for, and not just say them, but stop, imagine them, picture them. Imagine what it feels like to have it and to not have it, and how good it feels to have that. You know, if you're sitting in a chair, think about how nice it is to be able to sit in that chair. What does it feel like? Think about each different part of you that's touching that chair right now. If your back is touching it, be appreciative for the fact that your back is being supported by that. You know, if your ass is touching the chair, be appreciative you have an ass, and be appreciative it's touching the chair. You know, if you feel your legs, your thighs on it, like imagine, like feel that connection to where the chair goes to the end of your leg. like sit there and imagine and feel every part of the chair that's touching you. And be grateful for that. You know what I mean? Like, do you know how to build that? Could you have made one of those yourself? Could you have went and sourced the material for that all on your own with what you just see out in the wild? If you're standing, like, think about your shoes. Feel your shoes on your feet. If you have fucking slippers, like I'm wearing my grandpa's slippers right now. They're so comfortable. I feel them on my feet right now. I have socks on my feet. And I have these grandpa slippers around my socks. And they feel really good. You know what I mean? Like, they feel amazing. And it's something to be grateful for. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm looking outside and I see the trees and I see it's raining. And I'm grateful for the trees and the rain. I'm thinking about how it smells. I'm thinking about what they look like. I'm thinking about how the tree provides shade. I'm thinking about how this rain is going to just make all the running trails and all the yards and everything turn all green. And it's just helping us get ready for summertime. So I'm appreciative for that. You know, so thank you, tree. Thank you, rain. Like, that's what's up. You know what I mean? And it's like, thank you, grandpa slippers. Thank you, socks. Thank you, feet. My feet work. I have my feet are actually pretty nice looking feet. I don't have like gross man feet. And I'm appreciative for that. Like, they're pretty nice. Actually, all feet are gross, I will say. I'm not one of those weirdos like that. But at the same time, if that's what you're into, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, for me, in general, all feet are kind of gross. I'm not like, ah! But it's just a weird shape. Like, it's... of all body parts, like feet, like they're so weird. But yeah, no, I got somehow I got some pretty girly looking feet. Although I could run around barefoot, no problem, like a G on like, you know, fucking hiking trails or whatever the fuck, rocks. I could do that shit. I'm with it. But I'm appreciative for those. You know what I mean? I'm grateful I'm alive. If you're sitting, like I was saying, if you're sitting in a chair, be grateful for your chair. Thank you, chair. Thank you, grandpa slippers. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's that easy. And I just shared that right now because I realized when I first would hear practice gratitude, I would be like, I don't even know how. Like, I would start feeling embarrassed over the things that I would pick to be grateful for, which is weird. And I realized the reason I felt embarrassed about it is because it felt like it was forced. And because it wasn't like this natural thing, I was like, oh, I'm so grateful for this. It was like I literally had to I had to force it. I had to force myself to pick stuff. And I was like, I didn't know whether do I pick specific people? Do I pick people as a whole? Do I pick, you know what I'm saying, only my expensive items? Do I pick only, you know what I'm saying? And like my brain started going to all these different things. And then it's like, do I only pick the people who did favors for me? Do I only pick? And it's like my mind ran through all of that shit. And, you know, if I was thinking that, there's a good chance it was probably just me. No, I'm just kidding. There's a good chance other people think and feel and experience that too, because that's real as fuck. It's like, well, I don't even know where to start. And a lot of times people don't even know why they don't know where to start. It's like they just feel that whole range of emotions of things that occurred to me. And then it's just like, oh, I don't know how. I don't know why. You know, but the real problem is if we boil that down smaller, it's like, well, I just really don't know what to pick. And I feel stupid for picking certain things and not other things. You know, I used to start with just like, I would just look around me. And that's sometimes what I'll do too. Like now I kind of, because I like to meditate too, especially like when I first wake up, my goal and what I try to do every time is close my eyes, say what I'm 3 things I'm grateful for, and then I'll come out and do my 10 things I'm grateful for in my book. But when I'm laying there and saying my 3 things, I'll also meditate after that and just scan my whole body up and down. Depending how tired or what time it is or where I have to be or whatever will kind of determine the length of that. But most of the time, I'll do it at least 3 times and then go start my day, go brush my teeth, whatever, right? So Um, I think that'll answer a lot of people's questions who didn't even know that those were questions. I like that sort of shit. Excuse me. I'm being so gross, dude. So, dude, this is something that I think is very interesting, and I haven't heard this take on it yet. At the same time, this is still very new, which is this Will Smith slaps Chris Rock thing. And a lot, like, I got a few different angles to look at this from. My first thing that I thought was staged. There's just a lot of little things throughout it that I'm like, let me say this. From having grown up around street fights and seen many and been in enough, there's little things that kind of cue off about it that I'm like, nah, that's not really how that shit goes down. You know what I'm saying? It's like, for example, like if somebody's a fighter and somebody's a real fighter and then somebody else claims they're a fighter and they go, okay, square up. And then the moment you square up and they can see how you place your feet and what angle they're at and where your hands are, they could tell if you really are or you aren't. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of the same thing. This is what I saw. I'm like, well, like a real aggressive fight doesn't necessarily happen like that. At the same time, stuff can happen in ways that it just really went down like that, you know? So the first thing that did it for me was just like the context of it all was just kind of like weird. It was like Will Smith is like a pretty fucking smart dude. You know what I mean? So to see him snap was kind of like, I think he's acting, man. And keep in mind, he's one of the best fucking actors in the world. Chris Rock is a pretty fucking good actor. So the thing that makes me think staged also was like, if you look at the moment, like moment by moment by moment by moment of right before the slap happens, Chris Rock has his hands behind his back and he's leaning his face forwards. And it's almost like he's bracing for it. Like you see his face muscles kind of tense before getting slapped. And his hands are kind of just firmly planted behind his back like, all right, I'm about to take this on the face. It looks like his body language looks more like Johnny Knoxville about to get kicked in the nuts than it does somebody who's talking shit and they just got slapped because they were talking shit. You know, like, does that make sense? Like,
Damn, dude.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that makes sense. So because of that says a lot. So that's where I'm kind of like, okay. At the same time, the homie Spencer made a good point. He's like, it could be. He's like, it also is possible that he's just taunting him. Like, he's like leaning his face out to taunt him. He's like, I know I've done that before to people talking shit. And I was like, that's a good point too. And because the camera angle's kind of down low, it's kind of weird. It's like, that also kind of lets me think it's staged, just because the camera angle is kind of like almost strategic on when he's viewed in his seat and he's talking shit versus when it's put back, like filming him get slapped. And it's like, I've only seen the one camera angle. I want to see more camera angles, you know? So it's like, it could be staged for the sake of maybe there's some movie, maybe they're trying to do something where they're trying to build back street cred for Will. They're trying to like build a, like, oh, I'm from Philly, you know, like bring that back so it just kind of pushes whatever the next angle is or whatever, right? Or like how the other people say, it could be part of the agenda, the deep state, blah, 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 where it's like, I don't believe this, but it's possible. I'll say that, where it's getting people used to fighting and acting like barbarians again, because if they're going to food shortage us and our money means nothing and we can't afford gas and we don't have cars and you can't afford a car, or they shut the electricity off and you can't drive your new electric car. Maybe it's just getting us fucking prepared, because a lot of times some crazy worldly shit goes on. You're seeing, like, whatever the crazy conspiracies are, you also see show up in the movies too. And it's not uncommon for the conspiracy to be around for a long time and then the movie to come later, right? So, I mean, it goes the other way too, but it does go that way as well. So, if that was real and not staged, then if that's all that happened was Chris Rock was like, yo, your wife is going to be in G.I. Jane 2 because she has a shaved head. If it was just that, I think Will overreacted, because that's not worth slapping somebody in the face. Like Will Smith's wife was getting talked about all this crazy shit because she was like fucking all these dudes and all this stuff, and nobody was getting punked or whatever. At the same time, what if that all of that adding up equaled Will's breaking point? He's just like, I cannot. It's like the same thing as like when somebody's like, hey, fuck you, shut, or if somebody's like, shut the fuck up, and then like it reminds you of your dad who talks to you like that, and it triggers you, and rather than you just hearing some guy being like, shut the fuck up, you hear, you see like years of your life flash through your eyes real quick, and then you punch the guy in the fucking lip because he's not as big as your dad, so you're not fucking scared. Like, what if that's what happened? But like, so the other possibility with this is, if it's not staged, then something had to have gone down backstage or off camera or off the record to where it was like, yo, you better not fucking say anything because blah, 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 I fucking told you. Chris Rock gets up there, steps the boundary, breaks the agreement they had, whatever it may be, and then he fucking flips and goes up and slaps his ass. Possible. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he was taunting him, sticking his face out, because his hands are behind his back and he's sticking his face forward and his face muscles are tensed. Like when you, like the dudes on Jackass right before they get hit, he had that exact same like look, you know. Clearly he's not getting fucking kicked in the nuts by a bowling ball. Kicked in the nuts by a bowling ball. The bowling ball just rolls up, stands up, kicks him in the nuts, and then just no, but he had that like, I'm about to take a hit sort of look, right? So that's why I'm like, okay, if it was real, there had to be more to it, or Will Smith had just fucking snapped. And you know, I don't know, because then his speech he gave was kind of weird, and it was like everything was just like kind of odd. And I don't know, man. It's just weird. But either way, it made the internet absolutely fucking entertaining as could possibly be. I don't really follow any meme pages anymore, but just the amount of people sharing them, and even like it's you can't not see it. It's really fucking funny, dude. Like it started with like gas prices ones where like Joe Biden is just like slapping in the gas prices going up. Excuse me, I got hiccups. Sorry, excuse me. So, yeah, no, that was pretty funny. But the one thing though that like, if this really is serious and if they play this as serious, it's not a good look for the people who look up to Will Smith and see him as like a father figure or a role model or a mentor. Like, think about, like, I haven't read his book, but I've kind of understood the gist of it. And I've heard him talk different things, and I'm like, dude, like his message and what he's about and what he supposedly knows doesn't equal that level of awareness. It doesn't match up. You know what I'm saying? It's like he shouldn't be acting like that if he has that level of awareness, you know? And over that too, like, it was just weird, you know? So And then I think about it, it's like, how big of an effect does that have on, I don't necessarily want to say like, oh, the black community, because there's more people than just black people who look up to Will Smith as a father figure or a hero or a role model. But it's like, it does do something. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it sets a tone. It's kind of like the same way, like if we look at this in a different light, like the same way that Bruce Lee kind of made it so you don't fuck with Asian people for a good long while. It's like, it sets a tone. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a tone set that Bruce Lee says, like, you don't fuck with us. And it's like what does that do in terms of the powerful black people in society, in media? You know what I mean? It's like Will Smith and Chris Rock, like those are two of the absolute biggest names that we have and people look up to and respect. So, you know, it just makes me think of that too, because like something that happens is when something like that and people that iconic, something happens, there's a ripple effect. It does something to culture. And it's like, that's the one thing I'm thinking about. I was like, what's that going to do for just culture in general? Just overall, you know? And then there's different angles you can look at it. It's like, well, what if Chris Rock was Adam Sandler and said the same joke? Would he have gone up and slapped shit out of him? What if it was Eddie Murphy? You know what I'm saying? What if I saw somebody post that? Like, what if it was, you know, Joe Rogan? What if it was somebody, who knows, right? You know, so it's really weird. It's a trip to think about, dude. I don't know, man. It's kind of just all some celebrity shit, which is kind of weird. But at the same time, like I said, it does leave an impact on society and our entire culture and how the fuck we go about and do shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah, interesting. So practice some gratitude for that attitude. Hope you guys have a beautiful day. I'm going to go enjoy this rainy day. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But, yeah, whatever you do, be safe, drive safe, have a beautiful day. Appreciate your chair where you're sitting at. Appreciate your shoes you're standing in. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Go tell a friend to tell a friend about the Damn Dude podcast. Love you guys. Much love. Peace. Do.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Much love. Peace.